smart thing to do.
So we're in Clovis, California. We just finished installing the gas components to this cooktop. So it is in place, KitchenAid provided by the homeowner. It's about 93,000 BTUs. So they went out and got all the parts. Everything's correct. They have the emergency shutoff little flow control right here, which is great. Bought a brand new quarter turn ball valve for the gas line, 5/8 OD by 3 foot long connector over to the regulator, bought the right adapters and everything. So that was nice. Provided everything. We just do straight labor. So we did want to check this before we, leave the building, make sure that there is no leaking. So what we like to use, the same thing or similar to what PG&E uses when they come out and sniff to see if you have any gas leaks. So as you can see right now, let's see, I'll turn this back off and get it back on. Come on now. Okay, first one will be yellow, and then now it's going to spell check, start checking gas. So what we want is green, and so you see green there. Oh my battery's not running out. Okay, so we'll start out yellow, and then we want to go green. Green, sniff this here. Green, sniff this joint. And honestly, a cavity like this, you could just put it in here anywhere near here, and if there's gas flowing out, you're going to get it. So that's not correct. So let's pause this video real quick. Okay, so we're back, and I don't know. That's got a new battery for my tool, but anyway, so this detects it. So green means go. Yellow means, hey, you might have a problem. Red means turn it off. You got some serious issues going on. And so we just like to detect this before we leave to make sure that there's no gas leaking. There's no way to shut down the entire home, cap everything off, and fill this up with 10 pounds of air, wait 15 minutes to see if there's any leaking. So we just check it with this little sniffer. And like I say, same kind of tool, not the exact tool, but it's a sniffer. It just tells you that everything is good, and because you don't want any gas buildup whatsoever from these points of connection. So that's all good. There was something going on with this. I typically don't use these inline. They're just like a safety valve that goes in there. Typically don't use them, but that's our adapter from our 1/2-inch iron pipe to our 5/8 OD. So we put that in place, and that's good. So now we're all green, all good to go. That's existing piping back over here, by the way. The 1/2-inch 90 coming out of the wall and turning, that's existing, so that's not ours. We don't warrant that, as well as the nipple, that little shorty nipple right there that's screwed in. Now we start right here. Ball valve we screwed on, we warrant that connection. We also warrant, we don't warrant the parts, but we do warrant the installation, and that's why we sniff it to just so we have documentation that it's not leaking. If you disassemble this and you have something different happen here, we will know because it's not leaking right now. So try not let anybody take this apart unless they're licensed contractor. So we warrant all this. Now the supply line we don't, because that's straight out of Ferguson. I believe it's Brasscraft. So Brasscraft is a great product, 5/8 OD, so that's good. We don't warrant the product, but the installation of the product. Regulator came with the cooktop. So that's theirs, and it is in good shape as well. So everything is good. You're going to get some air out of here, so you'll have to, when you go to initially light this up, you'll have to let some air blow through first. Not too much, because then you go to a big boom, and the pilot when that igniter finally ignites that gas up on one of your burners. So be careful with that. But when you shut down a gas line, you get air in the line, and it has to blow through. You certainly don't want to blow it through into the home too much. So when you get ready to test it, just be careful with that. Outside of that, this installation is done.